Hello, YouTube, and welcome to episode 1 of our RB Salzburg save. As you can see, we have taken over Salzburg at the start of FM21 to start off the new season of Football Manager. So I am really excited to go through our save with FC Salzburg, and we are actually at our game day of round 1 of the Austrian Premier Division against Sport Club Sturm Graz. So this episode isn't going to be an extremely long episode, but what I'm going to quickly do is recap our pre-season. So we had a few friendly games here. So we started with an Austrian team here that we beat 3-1. We then drew with Spartak. We lost 1-0 to Krasnodar, and apparently I can't get the details, but I feel like we played pretty well. I can't remember, we played that game quite a while ago. We then drew 1-1, and then we went and beat Hoffenheim 1-0, and we did play quite well, I believe, in that game. So, yeah, that's right, we kept them to absolutely no shots at all, which was amazing. We went and drew 1-1 with Bayern Munich, and then we went and lost to Borussia Mönchengladbach, where, again, we were in the game. It was pretty even. But I can't actually quite remember how we conceded, and we won't go through that today. Anyway, so what we've got for today is we are going to be playing Sturm Graz here, but what you're also going to see in the next episode will be the double header of the Ludogorets or Michelin, depending on who gets through that, but for the Champions League qualification. So what my plans are for this save, especially early days, so in the first few seasons, it's going to be predominantly focused around building the team to be competitive in the Champions League. So what we'll do is we'll have a look at who the better Austrian teams are in the league and have a look at some predictions and maybe show those games. But you'll see all the Champions League action, you'll see all the transfers in between the windows, but you won't see heaps of the league games. So if you do want to catch all the league games, make sure you come over to Twitch at Paulie29 to catch all the action live. So the last thing we need to talk about is the transfer history for this season. So Hwang Hee-chan, we didn't get a chance to use him. Obviously, he's gone to RB Leipzig in real life. I don't actually think I sold any of these guys. These are all done prior to us arriving. So we've got 13 mil in the door, and I've spent 37 mil. So we brought in Oumar Soleil he was in France. I think he was at Lyon. So that's been a pretty good get for us. He'll play at the back quite often. He's got pretty high potential for the league. And then we're going to have to come up with a way of saying Kvaratskhelia, because he's going to be playing a lot of football for us, predominantly off the left wing. Pretty quick, 13 and 13, very agile. Great first touch, great technique, okay passing, but he will develop quite nicely. We've gone and brought Andrea Papetti from Brescia, from Serie A, and he's just going to develop into a very solid centre-back for us, 186 centimetres. He is going to be just fine. We then went and got Lewis as a striker, just as a more of a prospect, and he'll play in those like lower league games or the cup games. We then went and got Manuel Ugarte from Uruguay. He's playing at Phoenix in Uruguay. He looks fantastic. He's almost full yellow stats all over the park, and he'll be our defensive midfielder for a long time to come, hopefully. And then we rounded it off with Alan Rodriguez, another Uruguayan from the Uruguayan Premier Division, who, again, has some little deficiencies with his finishing and a little bit of his passing and whatnot. Oh, his passing is actually 14. That's pretty good. But he'll play off the right wing and hopefully do a job for us as well. So the way we are going to line up is we've got Stankovic in goal, who will just do a job for now, whilst we'll probably look for a young one in January. We've then got Rasmus, right back, who was here when we got here. Looks just very serviceable, will do a great job for us at right back. Ongueni, we all know Ongueni because we had him, I reckon it was at Hoffenheim. He was in one of our saves in FM20. We had Ongueni and he was very solid for us. We then have Papetti, who we just spoke about. He's going to play next to Ongueni. We then have Woba here, who's a bit more of a centre-back build. He's almost 190 centimetres. He could play centre-back for us, but he's going to play at left-back. He's just really well-rounded. So he's just got good passing, good technique, good tackling. He can get up and down the pitch. He's got good stamina. He's actually pretty quick for a big guy as well. He's quite agile with 12 agility. I didn't notice that before. Really good determination. Pretty brave. So hopefully he'll just develop into a real solid left-back. He's going to be on support. And our boy Rasmus is going to be on attack. He's a bit more nimble, bit more. It was 187. He's actually quite big as well, to be fair. But he will get up and down the pitch a little bit more. We then got Ugarte just on that pure defensive duty, just to do what he needs to do to clean the ball up. Then we've got Antoine Bernard here, who was here when we got here, and he looks pretty solid as a Mazzala. He come from PSG, which I didn't know. Could develop quite nicely. The potential is almost there. I think with consistent game time, though, he will probably develop quite well. So I'm hedging my bets that he will develop a lot. Obviously, his attacking sense probably needs a bit of work, but his passing and his technique, he should be a really good ball player. I can't see him not being a good ball player. The person that the game recommends for me to play in Antoine's role is Dominic Szoboszlai. I'm going to try and force him to play a bit further forward because I think he's a bit wasted playing. Plus, he's got that 17 pace. So I think for him, he'll make those runs in behind really, really well because he's going to be quick, he's agile, he's finishing. We've got him working on his shooting. So hopefully his finishing can go up a little bit this season. But then we've also got our two new signings out wide that we've already seen. And then we're going to go with Ducker up front. He's just a bit more experienced. He's very, very quick as well. And I'm assuming that we're going to have to try and play some balls over the top. So anyway, we're at the team selection. I think Kamara we're going to bring with us. I haven't really got my head around the whole squad just yet as well. So I'm going to have to do that with the stream. So I want to make sure that I don't leave somebody behind who could do a job. So we've got a right back as a midfielder. We've got a very versatile winger, though. That's not great. So Okugawa we could get rid of. Berisha is a good striker to have on the bench. Ulmer is a good experienced left back to have on the bench. Okafor's a winger. And Ademi is just a striker. So we can probably get rid of Ademi. And we'll bring Farkas with us. Kamara is meant to be a very, very good midfielder as well. So we'll probably bring Kamara instead of Junuzovic. So Junuzovic is probably one of our best midfielders, but he's 32 years old. So I'm not going to prioritise playing him just because we want to develop all these young talent that we've got. So I think for today, we've got Soleil as well. I am not... Do we have a centre-back on the bench? We don't technically have a centre-back, but we've got two full-backs. So Ulmer's older as well. So I'm going to go Soleil. Can he play? He can't play left. Farkas can play either side, so that's fine. So we'll use Farkas as our mainstay fullback. We've got Susic as well, who is very, very promising, but he'll miss out today. But we will probably need to tap into our depth at some point. So here we go. We're moving into our first game with RB Salzburg. I'm pretty sure at some point I'm going to say RB Leipzig. So I apologise for that in advance. But here we go. We're going to set the opposition instructions up. Here we go. We're kicking off. Our season begins, and the only thing I don't like is the kit. I thought the kit was going to look a lot nicer than it does, but it is what it is anyway. And Ugarte's already been booked, so he is not shy of diving in. But here we go. We get Woba finding our main man up front. But I just want to see a good performance here today. I'm not too bothered. I just want to see us play well. See if we can put a few chances away, but just see if we can dominate the play. So we've got Ducker here. Sticks the ball up. Oh my God, what a save from the goalkeeper. That's brilliant. So here we go. Can we find something out wide? We're going to have to come up with some nicknames because I don't know what I'm going to say for Civic. We're going to have to call him Civica, I reckon. I think that's what we're going to settle with. So with Civica, Rodriguez, Szoboszlai, we've got some real interesting names. But the one thing I actually like about Austria, and I didn't go through with you guys at the start, was that there's like no squad restrictions with the registration. It's just you can have a squad of 75. So for us, there's no foreign rules, no non-European rules. We literally sign whoever we want. As long as we can afford them, we can put whoever we want in our squad. Obviously, the Champions League and Europa League will have their own registration rules, so we have to be mindful of those. But for the league, we've got no constraints on who we could have in the league. Obviously, the Austrian league isn't a destination league at the moment. Hopefully, by the end of the save, we can turn the Austrian league into a destination league. That'd be ideal. But for the time being, I think our focus will be on developing young talent and then probably selling it on and then developing more young talent. Obviously, we want to be a European powerhouse because That's why we've come to RB Salzburg. Now I'm going to go on attacking because they've done absolutely nothing. We've had 65% of the ball, had 11 shots. They've done nothing. So let's try and go after them a little bit more. And that's what we're going to notice probably in Austria, that we're going to have to go out and really play against teams. So who are we going to play on the left? I'm going to go with Noah off the left. Dom can stay. Ugarte picked up an injury, so Kamara can come in. And I have faith in those boys to get the job done. Let's play. Here we go. Can we find a goal? Because this is getting a little concerning that we can't break down our opponents. Here we go. Bernard, Woba. Here we go. Kamara. Here we go. Kamara again. That's what we want to see. Christensen gets out wide. Good ball in. There it is. Okafor. How's that not gone in? Oh, I could have sworn that went over the line. Doesn't matter. Here we go. Come on. Slobbers lie. Good ball in from Dom. Penalty. Surely. He's given it. There we go. That's a penalty for us. Who's taking it as well, actually? Who is that? Woba, our left back, steps up, slots at home. Well done. All right, let's praise the boys. We're going to drop back to positive. And Dom's struggling there. Or do we get... We'll leave Woba on because he scored. All right, let's go. Come on, lads. I'm just going to leave it for a little bit and just see what comes from the next sort of 10 minutes or so. 1-0 win's not ideal, but we have played really, really well. And that's what I care more about. I would love to get the good results, but we want to see the performances as well. So Woba driving, big switch, probably wasn't on. Falls to Kamara, into Christensen. Dominic finding Alan Rodriguez, out to Christensen, ball in. Slobbers lie, there it is. Dominic gets his first from that attacking mid position, and I think he is going to be probably the player of the season for us. He is just going to go on leaps and bounds. We're going to praise the whole team. We're probably going to protect Slobbers lie. We'll get Berisha on. We'll confirm the sub. We do have games coming up. I don't want him getting injured. And that's how we're going to probably leave the team. So Rodriguez puts a pretty average corner in because it doesn't clear the first man. Ongueni. Oh, here we go. We've got time now. So Christensen picks up the ball. So that's our right back. Okay, so I think Christensen was his middle name. But anyway, that's what FM's rolling with. Finds Rodriguez. They are sitting so deep and they're losing 2-0. I don't quite understand it. Bernard. Oh, so that's Antoine, isn't it, there? Yeah. Bernard. Benetti. We're going to have to get our pronunciation right. But regardless, we get a very nice 2-0 win to start the league season. And as you can see, we are sitting second but equal top. Obviously, one game in, it's kind of hard to comment on. But that is where we leave it. Ugarte is probably going to miss our next game. I'm aware that this is only a short episode. But what you'll see next in episode 2 will be the double legs of our Champions League qualification. So if you like the first episode of the RB Salzburg save, please give it a like and whack a comment in there. Make sure you subscribe on YouTube at, obviously you're here, so Paulie29. Make sure you jump over to Twitch at Paulie29 to catch all the action live. Thank you and have a wonderful day.